Hey y'all, it's your girl Bria here, and I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I think it's the perfect time for me to talk about this entanglement with August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. I done watched his interview, I've watched her Red Table Talk with Will Smith, and now I got some things to say. But I guess my question for y'all is, have y'all had an entanglement? Because I know I've had 1, 2, maybe 3 or more. But stay tuned right after my intro and we're going to get into it. So y'all, let's get right into it. If you don't know who Jada Pinkett Smith is, she is a very well-known actress. She's married to Will Smith. They have 2 beautiful kids together, Willow and Jaden, and they've been together for at least 25, 26 years, I think. It's been a while. Of course, there's always been rumors about her and her infidelity or the different relationships that she's had with other people, such as Tupac was a big one that everybody used to talk about. That, of course, they had a very close relationship, or friendship as she likes to call it, but I think we all know it was a little more to that. But anyway, August Alsina is an R&B artist. He came out maybe 5, 6 years ago. A lot of people know him for his song I Love This Shit, and his remix that he did with Trey Songz and Chris Brown. I know I used to play it all the time. He's originally from New Orleans, which was, I guess, a big thing for me because my family is from down there. So I was like, let me listen to one of the boys that could be, you know, close to family or whatever. But anyway, so Jada and August, I know they became friends, supposedly, after he got really sick. And he has an autoimmune disease that deals with his liver. I'm not necessarily what it is. I know a lot of people were saying it's lupus, but it's not lupus. I'm not sure the name of it. But according to Jada and Will, August came around as a friend of the family about 4.5 to 5 years ago. And he was just really sick. He was battling his sickness as well as his addiction and things like that. So of course, they try to make it seem as if, you know, he came to be a part of the fam and everybody knew him and all this and the third, but whatever. So let's just get right down to it. Of course, I know for me, four maybe 5 years ago, it was rumors about them being together. A lot of their pictures were just a little too cuddly for me, and I just always felt like Jada just has this persona about her that nothing can stop her and she's gonna do what she want to do. So when it came out with his interview that he did with Angela Yee, and he made the statement that he could die right now because he felt like he had devoted his life to someone and that part of his life would be fine, I was like, oh, this was much more than I thought. I thought maybe they were just having sex, doing what it do, but baby boy is in love, and he's in real love, and I still feel like he is in love. He didn't want to touch on it about his feelings, really, whether he was in love or if he was not in love, but he definitely made it known that he could die because he know he truly devoted himself to somebody. So I guess for me, that just says I'm in love, and I'm still in love. So Jada and Will's Red Table Talk was very interesting. I watched it and literally had no words. Like, my roommate, friend, whatever you want to call her, Charity, who stays with me, like, I was watching it and I just didn't have nothing to say, and she was just like, exactly, Bria, like, it's really weird. And I think that's the perfect word for it. It's just weird. But I've always felt like their relationship has been a little awkward, kind of weird, even from the start, because I know it'll always try to come out that Will's first wife would say like Jada stole him from her, and I remember those things, which I don't know if that's true or accurate, so I don't know. But it always seemed like they're a good fit for each other and that there's love there, but it just seemed as though it's more to the relationship than they're trying to let on. So they started the red table talk as Will, I guess, was in Jada's role. And, of course, y'all know she came out with the famous, she didn't have a relationship. She had an entanglement. An entanglement. What the freak is an entanglement? Like, just say you had a relationship with this man. So Will was really trying to get to the nitty-gritty of the situation, and she was kind of acting real scary. Like, I don't know another way to put it. Like, you know, I guess you could say she was being around the bush, but she was acting real scary. Like, she didn't want to get into it. Like, she didn't know what this red table talk was about. We don't really care about y'all history of what was going on with y'all. We want to know how you feel about this young man, which she never really hit on how she felt about him. But they did want to let it be known that they never said anything to the press or the media about this situation. So any remarks or any quotes from them were not actually from them. It was made up. That was like one of the first things that they decided that they wanted to let be known, which we all kind of figured that. Like, we knew, knowing that Jada has her red table talk, I feel like we all knew that she was going to speak on it when she was ready to. But I feel like it kind of got forced for her to speak onto it because it was so many people saying things that supposedly that her and Will had said. So when Will started asking his questions and things like that, she made it known that 4.5 to 5 years ago, which is when all these rumors started about her in August, that her and Will were not together. They were separated. And Will made it very well known that he felt as if he was done with the relationship. Now, I don't necessarily can say going back that I remember any rumors about them not being together or about them maybe separating or divorce, but I do remember the rumors about her sleeping with or being with August and everybody assuming that something was going on with them. So they tried to make it well known that this was something that she did while she was separated and not while they were still working on their marriage. Jada made it also known that she really liked fixing and being able to help heal someone, which was interesting. I don't really know if I would necessarily say I would want to heal somebody or fix someone and then not necessarily want to be with them, if that makes sense. I feel like when somebody has an addiction or when someone is going through some things, for you to really want to be there for them and heal them and try to fix them, like, that's a different type of love. And most people that do that, usually they're in there for the long run. Like, I don't feel like anyone is going to put their money, their time, their heart, or anything into trying to help someone truly become a new person or get over anything substantial like an addiction or dealing with your health and not necessarily want to be there for them anymore. Because after they talked about it and things like that, she made it to say that this was a great opportunity. I mean, a great thing. Well, let me not say opportunity, but a great thing that she was able to do because she realized that she needed to work on herself. Which, okay, but I feel like it's much more feelings in it than she's trying to give off. And I feel like she still kind of beat around the bush about her feelings for him. It was just kind of her addressing that, yeah, they did have this entanglement, which she did start saying relationship. So I guess you can say she gave credit to having a relationship with him, but it took her a little minute. Another thing that got me, though, was, I don't know, she tried to call it a petty moment, but I think Will was very serious when he said he felt as if he needs to get her back. Of course, she made the statement like, oh, well, you've already done that. Like, maybe he's done some things that we don't know about. Which, I don't know. I feel like Will has been doing his own thing, too. And I feel like Jada been doing her own thing. But I feel like it's more prevalent and a lot of people know more about Jada and the things she does because it seems like she's always in the limelight. And she messed with stars, rappers, or things like that that are well known. Whereas I think Will might have had his stuff under the wraps. But he definitely made the statement he felt like he needed to get her back. And she laughed it off and called it a petty moment. But I feel like something has either been done or something may be coming soon, because I felt like he was very serious. It was like, no. He was like, no. So I feel like maybe that's something that's going to come about. But we shall see. In all, I feel like it was a waste of time. I sat there and watched 12 minutes of this Red Table Talk to really just hear her talk about how she did have a relationship with him. But I guess for me, I wanted to know more of what it was. Like, yeah, it helped her learn herself and this, that, and the third. But she never really addressed her feelings for him. She never really addressed anything that he said. Plus, they kind of tiptoed around whether or not... Well, she did say something about him saying that Will gave them permission, because she tried to make it seem like she's the only person that can give permission for her to do a relationship with anyone. Which I understand what she's saying. But you were in a marriage, and even though you are separated, you know, you still have ties with your husband, whether y'all are together or not. So I understand. But do I feel like Will gave permission? No. But overall, I feel like this Red Table Talk was a waste of time. Because I feel like we didn't get what we really wanted. And I feel like they could have kept this. Like, it was just a waste of time. It was something that she did, I guess, to say that she talked about it and she made her side well known. But she still tiptoed around the things that I feel like most of us, myself, and other people really wanted to know. But I don't know. I'm glad to know that August is getting himself back together. Because he's definitely been dealing with a lot. I know in 2010, his sister's baby father died, and so he really stepped up and took care of his nieces. But then his sister just recently passed, I want to say in 2019. So now he is a full-time father. He is taking care of all of his nieces, which I applaud him. And I applaud him for getting himself together so that he can be the man and the example that they need for him. So I really applaud him. I'm glad he's coming back out, because I know personally I was a fan. I really enjoy his music. He wasn't somebody that, you know, I just felt like was out here doing it for the money. I felt like he put out good music. So I can't wait to see what he got coming out next. But at the end of the day, I do feel like he spoke out because he wanted to tell his side of the story, and because he is healing and he's still hurting. A relationship, losing a relationship, the way that he talks about it and the way he talks about him devoting himself to her, to Jada, I feel like he's hurt and he's still grieving, and he's trying to learn the process of, you know, I guess falling out of love. I feel like always love is going to be there. No love is lost. But people talk out and speak on things as a way of trying to let things go. But that's just my little 2 cents. But thank y'all for watching and stopping by. I hope y'all continue to come to my channel, because I'm going to have some good content for y'all. I'm always going to be me. So y'all should stay tuned and be beyond Bria. But, so I'll see y'all soon. Bye.